guys, welcome to today's video. It's going to be something a little different today, but I'm really passionate about this, and this idea came up to me because I was thinking about my life in high school, and I remember watching these Dove commercials through like my health class, and I thought it'd be really cool to react to them in today's video. Now, this is going to be the one that stood out to me. They have a ton of commercials or a ton of self-made films on their YouTube channel all about natural beauty and helping women embrace their uniqueness and their natural beauty, and just it really is an opportunity and a platform for Dove to share all about women, and I really love the message that comes across in these videos, so I thought it would be great to react to them and just give you guys some of my thoughts. So we're just going to jump right on into this video.
I always thought people were so cute when they have the little cheeks and they're like rosy, but mine are pretty plain.
Okay, so sorry to stop it right off the bat, but obviously she comes into this and she's walking and she's already talking about something that she likes that is physical and that you can see on someone, and she like kind of implies to desiring that herself, and then automatically she says something about herself that she doesn't like. So I think it's so interesting right off the bat. We always think about something that we want to change about ourselves or something that we desire to have versus what we actually do have.
I'm definitely a person that looks tired when I'm tired, and when people say that, I immediately am like, oh man. I'm starting to already get little crow's feet and stuff, which like my mom has, so yeah.
Is that a bad thing? I'm like, that's such a sign of aging, but I think that aging is something that's looked down upon in this society and not really embraced. So you can already hear it in her voice, like, oh yeah, like I'm starting to get these crow's feet, you know, but it's not really like a bad thing. And it's just part of aging and becoming older.
I'm a forensic artist. I was trained at the FBI Academy in 1993 in composite art. Worked for the San Jose Police Department as the police artist from 1995 to 2011.
We didn't really know what we were doing.
I think that is so interesting. I want to know whoever came up with this idea. I think is fascinating. Like the idea of just like drawing, you'll see in a little bit, like drawing a person based off of what they say and like having women kind of compare. It's just so fascinating to me, this whole idea. I thought it was amazing. So let's keep watching.
First of all, tell me about your hair.
Brown, long, I guess a little bit past my shoulders.
Your jaw.
My mom told me I had a big jaw.
Yeah, they're brown eyebrows, dark brown eyebrows.
Okay.
I didn't know what he was doing, but then I could tell after several questions that he was drawing me.
Tell me about your chin.
I guess I haven't really compared it to anyone else's chin, but especially when like I smile, I just feel like it kind of protrudes a little bit.
What would be your most prominent feature?
I kind of have a fat, rounder face.
Alright, women are describing themselves, and you can kind of hear in the inflections of their voice like things that they're a little conscious about and things that they're not. Like she was saying about her chin, how it kind of protrudes, and it didn't really sound like that was something she liked when she smiled. And then another lady just said that like her face was fat, which that word, it can be like factual, honestly, but it also can have a really negative connotation just with today's society and what fat means, because typically in American society it's not something that's desirable. So I can't tell based off of this video if that's something she's concerned about or if she was just using it like to describe herself.
You sort of realize, oh man, now I have to talk about myself and think about my looks.
I'm 40, so I'm starting.
She did not seem excited about doing that. Oh my goodness. I wonder like how I would be. Would I like be embracing talking about myself and my characteristics that I like, or would I be more focused on things that like I don't like? Because you're like, oh, I don't know, like I have to describe myself to somebody else, like how is that gonna feel? So it's just interesting.
Once I get a sketch, I say thank you very much, and then they leave. I don't see them.
I still didn't know. All I had been told before the sketch was to get friendly with this other woman, Chloe.
Today I'm going to ask you some questions about a person you met earlier, and I'm going to ask you some general questions about their face.
She was thin, so you could see her cheekbones. And her chin was a nice, thin chin.
The women were really critical about moles or scars or things like that, and yet they were describing just a normal, beautiful person.
So they were told to get friendly with another person so that the other person could kind of understand what they look like, and obviously be asked to describe what their version of this person looks like compared to what the actual person thinks that they look like. So this whole thing is fascinating to me, and it's clear that the women who were being drawn obviously focused on things that they were a little more critical about. He just said
they lit up when she spoke and were very expressive.
The length of the nose, what is that like?
Short.
Short.
Yeah, cute nose.
Her face was fairly thin.
She had blue eyes.
Oh my gosh, it's so interesting. You hear cute, nice, thin, like all these positive words. Maybe not thin necessarily positive, but I think it was meant to be a compliment. You can tell that the inflection in the tones is a lot more complimentary and not as critical when they're describing another person.
Blue eyes, very nice blue eyes.
Okay. So here we are. So this is your self-described image. And then some.
Can we just take a second and realize like the difference in that? Like obviously I feel like you can kind of tell they're describing the same person, but the things that stick out are like completely different. Like in one image of where that woman was describing herself, you could see that she was a lot more critical, really, and her insecurities and things that she didn't like that made her look, I guess, less appealing in her brain was focused on more, which is why the artist kind of like highlighted those things, whereas the person that was describing her focused more on positive traits and things that were a lot more telling, I think, of her character and maybe like of the way that she composed herself rather than the way that she looked. Like I feel like you can see a lot more personality in the drawing that the person was describing that lady rather than the one of the lady talking about herself.
I have this whole thing about having dark circles and crow's feet around my eyes, and that was not part of the sketch at all.
It's like literally just what I talked about. Like you can see like she is totally highlighting the things that she doesn't like, which is shown in the drawing versus not in the other one. So fascinating.
It's pretty different. Which is very strange. She looks closed off and fatter. She just looks kind of shut down. Sadder, too. The second one is more beautiful.
You think they're catching more of that from you?
Yeah. She looks more open and friendly and happy. I've come a long way in how I see myself, but I think I still have some way.
I just love that. Like she loves the way that the other person described her. Like you can tell that she thinks that one, I think, is probably what she aspires to be and to portray herself as, but it's hard when you're so focused on the things that you don't like as much, and it's clear that those, you know, the differences are obvious, but like it's hard to hide those insecurities when you're talking about them so much, and it's clear that those insecurities were evident in the drawings when the ladies were describing themselves. And she's getting all emotional, which is like so sweet. I love this because it allows those women to recognize that those insecurities that they have aren't actually what's being focused on when other people see them or when other people describe them. Like that is what this is all about, and I love it.
I have some work to do on myself.
Do you think you're more beautiful than you say?
Yeah. Yeah. Chloe's perception was so clearly different. Her picture looked like somebody I thought I would want to talk to and be friends with, like a happy, light, much younger, much brighter person.
So interesting, right? Like, she's even acknowledging that, like, the person that she, wants to be and aspires to be is actually, like, herself. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, that's actually her. That's how other people recognized her as, or I guess Chloe, that other lady in her conversation who was asked to describe what this blonde lady looks like. She's saying, like, oh, this person looks, like, aspiring and inviting and lovely and nice and happy to be around, but that's, like, actually her, and that's how Chloe viewed her. And I think it's just speaks volumes to how we want other people to view us might not always be how we view ourselves. So it's this whole thing is just beautiful, and I love how they get all emotional. It's so sweet.
It's troubling. I should be more grateful of my natural beauty. It impacts the choices and the friends that we make, the jobs we apply for, how we treat our children. It impacts everything.
You know why? My personal opinion as to why is because it's all about confidence. Like, if you're confident in yourself and who you are, you're gonna be having a way easier time embracing your everyday life and the confidence you have when you're walking around, like, with your kids, and when you apply for jobs and you interview and you do all of those things. It's going to speak volumes. Like, natural beauty is so tied with character. It's just it's another level, guys. I'm telling you, natural beauty is all about character. It really is, and I think that's evident even in the way that these women were describing the other women, or some of the men, I guess, too. Men were describing the women, and the women were describing the women. I think that it's clear that their character was shining through more so than what they looked like.
Self-perceptions are generally kind of harsh and unbecoming when really that's not how the world sees us. We spend a lot of time as women analyzing and trying to fix the things that aren't quite right, and we should spend more time appreciating the things that we do like.
Preach it. Man, what an amazing video. I just love this. I think it's amazing because it totally implies, like, embracing your natural beauty and not getting so caught up in your insecurities, because that's what other people aren't even worried about. They're not even, and for the most part, at least in this situation, judging you for what you look like. They're more so focused on how you present yourself and your character and the way that you talk to them and invite them in conversation, and all of those things are so evident in the way that those women were portrayed when the artist was sketching them. So I just hope that this speaks to you today and encourages you not to focus so much on your insecurities and what you don't like about yourself, but more so focus on what you do and embrace those things rather than the things that you don't find as attractive. Because honestly, like, in this situation, it's clear that other people aren't looking at you for things that they don't find attractive. Like, that's not the purpose, and that's not what interacting with people is about. It's getting to know that person for who they are, not about what they look like. So overall, I hope this video was entertaining for you guys to watch, and I'm planning on doing more of these reacting videos. I really like them. So if you like them too, please comment below, like this video, subscribe before you leave. Also follow me at Natalie Erin Beauty on Instagram. I'd love to see you guys over there and start a conversation with you. And I will see you guys all next time. Bye.